how to be a strong clinical psychology internship or fellowship applicant. I'm Dr. Julia, and this is all my personal opinion and my experience. I am not a training director, but I am faculty that reviews applications, and I get to work with a lot of great trainees and learners. So you do not necessarily have to have the perfect experiences for the site, but it is really important that your goals in your cover letter align with that specific training sites. Yes, it's great if you can just recycle one cover letter and send it to multiple places, but that can usually be pretty obvious. So tailoring your goals to that specific place will be really important, especially during interviews. So always read up on who you're going to be interviewing with just to see what kind of work they do. See if you can tailor the types of cases you're going to be talking about with them or the types of experiences you've had that might be relevant to them. It might even just be a personal anecdote. Like, I also went to school in Chicago. Oh my goodness, I visited blah, blah, blah country and I saw that you're from there. How cool, where exactly you're from. You also don't need to have the perfect experiences for that specific site, but it is important to be able to tell a story. If you weren't working in academic medicine before during your practicum training, why was that, right? Is it that your grad school didn't have that opportunity? I don't know. Your interests change because of X, Y. So really being able to tell a story that is not just like, I'm just applying to the site because I needed to apply to 15 sites. I didn't know where else to apply to. No, I chose this site for X, Y, Z reason, even if you didn't. Doesn't matter. It is really important that you can tell a story why you're changing and shifting your career. For example, I started doing academic research in the juvenile justice system and learning disabilities, and then I started working with developmental disorders in clinical work in parallel, learning about neurodevelopmental disorders and then getting to work in the academic medical center. Having a very strong behavioral background, that made me a pretty strong applicant for internship, even though maybe I didn't have the perfect amount of hours. Maybe I didn't have the perfect hospital experience leading up to that. My dissertation was not about academic medical center stuff. So you can still tell a story, still get into the internship and fellowship that you would like to have your future career in. And if you end up matching to a site that maybe wasn't your top choice, that's also very normal and very common. That does not mean that your career is ruined. You're completely able to pivot afterwards. Again, it's all about how you tell your story, what you've learned and gained from your past experiences. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions about internship, fellowship, or even pediatric psychology job applications and interviews.